The Tale of Lucretia Mancini. I'm just tired of being treated like a little girl, I exasperated. My father, ever so quick to make remarks, replied, "Well, that's not what I meant," I retorted. He laughed because he already knew that. That is why my plan is so dangerous. I can only think of tales and fables regarding a woman having done this before, but if I'm successful, I might just go down in history. Having an intellectual father as my own, I grew up a bit different than other girls. I'm more muscular because I used to play sports with my brother. I have freckles and darker skin from staying out in the sun too long, and I can easily imitate both my father's deep and booming voice and my brother's smooth and caring voice. I wasn't worried about money because my family came from middle class and would be able to send me to university if I were a boy, and will unknowingly be doing it now. Those with money got education, and those with education tend to have power, and that was something I was constantly seeking. Early that morning I winced as I cut my hair. It won't stay this short forever, but I'm willing to risk almost anything for this plan to work. I put on a large floppy hat and quickly say farewell to my mother. My carriage driver, a young Spaniard of the name Alejandro, my first philosophy class was with my father. No surprise there, most of the first-year students had him, and if you didn't, you wished and pleaded that you could. I sat in the back of the class, extremely attentive and ready to soak the information in. Most of it I already knew because of the conversations we often held relating to Socrates or Hippocrates. but it was still riveting. At the end of the class, I approached him, nervous for his reaction, but a little bit excited as well. He paid no attention at first, assuming I was there to ask him a question or to find some historical. It took about a month of arguing, pleading, and explaining until he finally did see, and I was allowed to stay at school. Fortunately, the others there were either too preoccupied on their education or too busy with their own fiancés to worry about women on their campus. I was not paid much attention to, that is, until after my graduation. After you've majored in your topic long enough, the university and my degree as well. I went searching. But consistently, at every university or primary school or church job opportunity, they weren't interested in having a woman philosopher. I told myself to never give up, even fortunately, it became reality. My father passed away the day after I got home. I got to say my goodbyes, and so did my mother and brother, but it still came as a shock to us. He looked so fragile, lying in bed with his pale complexion and constant coughing. He was my home. He kept me strong, motivated me, and never gave up on me when I almost did. I wasn't sure how to complete my journey now. I almost gave up. I made arrangements to come live at home. I would go to etiquette school, where my mother always wanted me to go, and hopefully find a better life. I guess I just wasn't living in the right time period. Almost a week after my father's unfortunate. It was expected. The house to my mother, his cigars, watch, and other heirlooms to my brother, and his philosophy books to me. But the most surprising gift was also the most important, his job. My father, explained to me later, was close to retiring before he became sick. Of course, he loved philosophy and would never dream of finding another job, but he wanted more time with his family. He agreed to keep working on one condition. He would be able to hire the next person for the job. The University of Bologna agreed to it. Edward Mancini had great taste and a wonderful judgment, so no doubt whoever he picked out would. Although upset that they had partially been cheated, they had to agree to let me work, and I knew, as my father did, that they would not regret the decision. Listening to my father. With opportunities, I was given the chance to shine, and I think we can all agree I would be the star teacher for the university for quite a long time.